On the last week, gold traded as low as 1805 and as high as 1906. Numbers are rounded and the market is closed. And on the last trading session of Friday, gold spot printed a closing price little above 1900, about 1901. The number is rounded and the market is closed. Gold is trading in a bull trend and it's above its all daily simple moving averages. Actually, at the moment, we are highly stretched from the daily simple moving averages. Even the 20 days daily simple moving average, which is usually referred to as some sort of a support. It's located at 1810, highly far from the current market price. The RSI readings, it's highly overbought, especially on the daily chart. It's 82, and the supports are located at 1883. Pay attention for this figure. It's highly important for any up move. And then 1848, and then the breakout level at 1818 for the resistance levels. Actually, no much of resistance left in gold to the upside. There's 1911, and then the all-time high is 1921, and then the blue sky. That's all. We'll move on now to the calendar. On the economic calendar for the coming week and from the United States, we are waiting for the following economic headers to be released: the existing home sales on Tuesday, then the FOMC statement and interest decision and conference are due to be released on Wednesday, and then we will get the GDP on Thursday, and Chicago PMI and other important economic headers to be released on Friday. That's all. Move on now to the strategy. Hi again. Gold market and silver market and the precious metals markets in general, with their mining companies, all of them broke out the last week, and we have seen a huge rally in gold of like $100 and almost $3 to $4 in silver. This huge moves took place like in a huge move or exploded to the upside on the last week. As we said in our last couple of videos, we talked about a possibility of something like this. Actually, we downplayed the possibility of it because of the obvious weakness, because of the timing of the intermediate and short-term cycle. However, the amount of the liquidity in the markets, it seems that it's huge enough to override any weakness in the cycles, and to tolerate also the extreme overbought conditions, especially in the mining stocks. Now gold is with the shooting distance from all the time highs about 1921, and it has to take this figure in. I don't expect gold that will retreat from these levels at the moment, leaving the all-time highs like $20 away only. We are going to know actually in the coming week how and depends on how gold is going to close on monthly basis, if this market is going to collapse back to let's say a medium range like 1500, or it's going to continue to the upside. It's more than a rally in the precious metals. It was actually a breakdown in the US dollar. We have seen everything priced against the US dollar gaining ground, and the US dollar was the only loser in the last week. We have seen the euro, the pound, all the other currencies are gaining ground against the US dollar, also the precious metals as well. However, the breakout happened at 1818 to the downside. You have the following support levels: 1883 is highly important if broken, then 1868, then 1848, then 1818, the breakout level. To the upside, there is no much of resistance left. You have 1911, then 1921, the all-time highs. I cannot imagine that gold would retreat from 1900 without making a record a new high. So this record a new high what it will be, if we will talk about it, like uh, uh, there are so many ways to expect it or predict it. Let's say gold rallies usually like 230 to $35. So if you will measure this move, you will find that the top will be around 1935. Also, if you will measure from the breakdown from 1693 on March down to 1456, it's the same also $235. uh, we got an inverted head and shoulder. If you will mirror the move to the upside, it will give you 1935. So expect a top around this figure. Uh, as I said, at the moment, nobody knows what could be that figure. Maybe 1935 based on our calculations, maybe a little less, maybe more. Uh, Still, this is something we are going to know in the coming week. Also, the coming week has so many fundamental news, including the FOMC meeting and the interest rate decision and the interest and the Fed conference. So there are so many fundamental news could help gold maybe to rally little higher, though it's highly overbought. And we have seen on Thursday also GDX breaking down and gold breaking up, and this is highly bearish. However, what will happen in gold market depends on how gold and silver are going to close on the monthly time scale. If gold could manage to close about 1883.25, this is a very important figure, then gold could take a pause for like a few weeks and then continue to rally toward 2200. If gold fails to close above 1883.25, maybe you will see a substantial correction. As I said in the last two videos, there will be a better timing to enter gold market at a good price, and also at a good when the technical indicators of gold are like moderate. At the moment, the market have been stretched so much; it's highly overbought, and you don't know when one of the big guys is going to decide to dump his gold, and where will be the stop. So that's it for this week. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next week in another video.